right, now talk about putting North Korea back on the terror list, but still just talk. Is the way President Obama is handling North Korea starting to look too much like this?
You can't talk to me like that. Them's fighting words.
Yeah, them's fighting words.
I dare you to step over this line.
Okay, I'm a-steppin'.
I dare you to step over this one. This one.
Now lighten up. It's just a little fun. Anyway, my next guest says talking won't stop these guys. We need to take some action. Van Hipp is the former Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Army. Secretary, does North Korea know that we're going to talk, we're going to threaten, we're going to draw those lines in the sand, and just move on?
Yeah, Neil, I think unfortunately it looks like that 3 o'clock in the morning phone call has finally come to this president as far as North Korea is concerned, and it looks like it's going straight to voicemail. This is one time when a great speech and pontification and rhetoric is not going to cut it. We've got to have some action, leadership, and quite frankly some backbone.
Still, it was the last administration that took North Korea off the terror list, if you will, and so there's blame to go around, right?
It sure is, and the last administration was wrong. And I tell you, someone who got it right 3 years ago, believe it or not, was former Vice President Walter Mondale, who was critical of the Bush administration for not putting force as an option on the table, including a preemptive strike. So he got it right 3 years ago.
And to give Walter Mondale his due, as a former ambassador to Japan, he had said you have to bring the Japanese into the mix. I don't know whether he talked about, as a number of other experts have, arming the Japanese to give them the nuclear capability so that they could deal with this. Well, but we got to do something different than we have been doing in Republican and Democratic administrations, right?
We do. And first of all, when I look at this threat, and it is the greatest threat facing America today, no question. When you look at that Taepodong 2 missile and the ability of it to be equipped with a nuclear warhead, and Kim Jong-il has been working on this for years, Neil, so it can reach the continental United States. We've got to have the backbone and the guts to be prepared to take out those fixed launch facilities.
Well, Van, what does he want to do? Is he serious about thinking he could come out okay launching an attack on the United States? Is he very serious?
Neil, you got to understand, this guy's got some serious mental health challenges, and
really?
Every time, and the technology, let me tell you, the technology has been going to Iran for years. When we look at that Shahab missile, that's the great threat to Europe today, and compare it to the Taepodong, surprise, surprise, it's the same missile. And that's another threat, the proliferation activities of Kim Jong-il. Look, when he sees Ahmadinejad on the world stage getting attention, it's always 2 or 3 weeks, and he's pulling a stunt on the world stage. But we have got to, Neil, when I look at missile defense right now, and this administration is gutting missile defense, that sends the wrong message to people like Kim Jong-il. We need to beef up missile defense. I'd go a step further. I would deploy more missile interceptors to places like Fort Greely and military installations in California.
Okay. Secretary, always fun having you. Thank you very much.
Great to be with you.
Van Hipp, our Deputy Secretary of the Army, sometime back. Well, if it can fix California...